What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Jazwares Pokemon Select Charizard. That's right, my Zillions, we got a brand new line from Jazwares, a Pokemon line, an articulated Pokemon line, not the stuff that Wicked Cool Toys has been giving us. Spoiler, Jazwares owns Wicked Cool Toys. But here we have Pokemon Select's first figure, Charizard. You can get this at Target. That's where I got mine, and I'm very excited. I've wanted an articulated line from these guys for a little while. I think, you know, the Wicked Cool Toy stuff has been really fun, but I know Jazwares, who have done the Fortnite stuff and the Halo stuff to very nice degree. Although the Halo stuff was like, was it Wicked Cool Toys or was it Jazwares? I don't know. The whole line is a little blurred. I don't know exactly what's going on within, but whatever it is, whoever it is, they're giving us an articulated line that you can find here in the States, and that is awesome. At a price point that makes sense. $20 for this, guys. And I gotta tell you right now, I think it's better than the SHF. We're gonna look at the SHF as well here in a little bit of a comparison towards the end. But without any further ado, let's get to this review. Let's start out with looking at the box. A little box art nerd. Pokemon Select. I wonder how Diamond feels about that. Logo, simple, select. You got little lightning bolts on the top and bottom design. It all looks good. I like the black and silver. Trying to do a little more adult, a little more premium. Articulated Charizard. Drakafu. Shot of Charizard here. Drawing is pretty nice. And then on the side here, you get another nice drawing. And you get all the Pokeballs behind that. And then you got Series 1 back here, which is cool with Charizard and Rayquaza and Greninja and Articuno. But I haven't heard any reports of, and this is all embossed, which is cool. I like that. Raised ink. Haven't heard anybody say that they've seen any of these. My thinking is a lot of companies are doing this lately where they're just releasing one figure. And, you know, to start little preview of what's to come. And, yeah, that's what Charizard here. I think this is all wrong on the inside. I didn't fold it up right, but, there's the inside of the box, all Pokeballed out. And there you go, decent box, and it's big, it's wide. It's a wide box. The way he was sitting in there was interesting on its side, and, you know, so the wings could go in there and stuff, so, yeah, pretty interesting. Charizard only comes with one accessory, but it's a good one. It's a stand, and it's nice. The base has this pattern here. I guess sort of like a Pokeball, sort of. And then you got this arm here, which actually, it's ratcheted, as you can see there, if you can see it. But both sides actually come out pretty easy. Not super easy, because you can turn it and stuff, but it does come out. I don't know why, and that's placed in there. It doesn't feel broken or anything, but yeah, they just pop out. But it's good. It's solid. It feels more solid than that. See, that came out. But even like that, it's not like, you know, jiggling around. And then you got a hole over here, kind of like the Amber Collection does. That's not my favorite thing, but it holds really solidly, like, and you could do, you know, all kinds of different flying poses with it, and that is great. Oh, it's coming out this way. There you go. The ratchets hold, and that is very, very, very cool. So if you want to go straight up and have them out that way, yeah. Yeah, that happens, but both sides collapsed this time. So maybe it's not great. No, it's good. Look, it's good. Trust me. It's just, it all depends on how you, like, move it around. But it is pretty good. It is, I'm telling you. All right, fine, you don't believe me. But it's good. It is. I wish it didn't do that, but it does. And I you know, I don't have a real problem with it. It's not annoying me or anything. Okay, so the biggest thing here is probably the articulation, right? That's what everybody wants. You got a mouth that opens and closes. You got a head joint over here that turns, and there's a hinge there, and it's a soft ratchet, and that's good. You got the same thing going on with the neck, which is excellent. At the shoulders, hinge, swivel, ratchet it again, swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow. It is very sensitive feeling, and you can go like that way on it as well. See that? That's pretty crazy. But it feels very sensitive at this elbow. Look how thin that joint is. So really be careful with that. Here is where I say, and I already told Ultrazilla Jr. about this, like, don't play rough with this. I would say this is not for the super little kid because, yeah, even though I think it says like 6 on it, yeah, be careful. These are gonna break, and then you're gonna have a not happy little kid. That's ultra thin in here, so just want to show that. At the wrist, you just have swivels. Nothing at the waist. And then the legs can swivel a bit. And then you do have some sort of maneuverability here. See that? There is a joint in there. It's just hard to figure out exactly what it wants to do, because it's either not aligned in the right spot. You can come outwards with it. So I guess that's what it does, but you gotta align it just right. You see the joint in there, see that? Yeah, it's there. It's just, I feel like it's not completely aligned right on mine. But this one works better, can go outwards. So yeah, that could be a little bit better. Single jointed knee, and then you have a hinge at the foot with a forward facing pin, which means you get the rocker, which is nice. Then the tail, hinge going backwards, hinge going forwards, swivel. Hinge going backwards, hinge going forward, swivel. Same, same, same. That is good. That is really good. Hinge at the wing there and there. And it's nice and tight at the wings too, so no floppy mess there. So pretty good, I would say, in terms of articulation, and that is what you really wanted this for, and I think it delivers. I think it does. You know, could it have more? Sure, but I think it delivers quite a lot for a $20 figure. Taking a look at Charizard in full, it's pretty good. It looks the part nicely, I think. Proportions are pretty good. I mean, his neck might be a tad long, but I think it's okay. I like it. The arms are also a little on the thin side as I went over in size comparisons, but overall the look is right. You know, you got that bluish inside of the wings, you got that nice orange, and it's a good orange. Skin texture, there's no like shading here on that, but there really usually isn't on these, and that's totally fine. The tail is a good length in my opinion. It's not super long, it's not that short, it's just right. But the wings are pretty good. You do have the hinge here, but I think they did a decent job. You gotta put it somewhere. I think they did a decent job of getting it in and coloring it sufficiently. So that looks really good. The little spike up here is nice and blunt and fine. The back of the wings look really good, and that's cool. His overall back looks fine. There's, you know, nothing crazy there. His belly here, the yellow, you get a little bit of messiness around the edges, but not fully around the edges. Like up over here on the side is really nice, and this side is really nice. It's just above here, it's just a tad messy. And I do have, unfortunately, some scuffing right there that's happened since I got it, like yesterday. You know, this, I don't recall that being there when I first got it. And then I brought it up to the apartment, and then I brought it back down, and this might have scuffed against Skelegod from Masters of the Universe Revelation, because I was holding them both together. So that's my thought on that scuffing. It was definitely not there before. But overall, that looks fine, and then you see it goes down to the tail where the paint is done okay. Again, little spots here and there where it goes out of line, and there's a little chip in the paint right there. So, it is what it is. You get a little sprue mark there. The tail overall doesn't look so bad. The flame is it looks like ice cream to me in a way, like cherry dipped ice cream. That's what that red looks like, if you know what that is. And the yellow is pretty good, kind of banana-y. The sculpt is very nice on it, that's for sure. And it's a bit of a soft plastic, but it's good. I do have a little chip at the very tip there, so guess that's gonna happen, guys. That's gonna happen. The legs are stubby and I think pretty perfect, honestly. The toes are painted in white. And the sculpt work is not bad. The bottoms are actually yellow, and that's cool. So that's pretty nice. And then, of course, you got that hole there. It is what it is. The arms, again, very, very thin, but fine. The hands, I think, are sculpted well. You get yellow, white for the fingernails, and those are done right. I like how the hands are sculpted, actually. It's not bad. And then the neck, it's just a neck piece. It's nothing to write home about, but the head it is very nice. I think Jazwares did a good job. The eyes look pretty good. There is a little bit, some like cracking or something there on that tampo in the white, but I actually don't see it well in the naked eye. I see it well here because I'm really zoomed in, but not to the naked eye. That's why I always say that, because I think that's very important. But the eye is tampoed really well on both sides, and that looks good. The overall shape of the head is perfect. Its sculpt is very nice. I like it a lot. These ridges here, these horns, his snout. Again, no paint there, detail, but it's fine. The inside of the mouth, as you can see, the tongue has some flecks of red. It's just, I guess the piece is that red, and then it's painted pink over it, so it's a little bit chippy, but it kind of looks like almost like a more realistic tongue. Inside, up here, is red, and the teeth are done in white, which will look pretty decent. So all in all, I think, it's not perfect, but I think it's a good-looking Charizard for sure. And couple that with a really good articulation, and I think you got an excellent figure here, not for nothing. I think for 20 bucks, this is well worth the money. For your size comparisons, here is Charizard with a bunch of other Pokemon figures you might have in your collection from various lines. But let's focus on these three. This is the Wicked Cool Toys, one of the Wicked Cool Toys, Charizards. This is my son's. It's like more of like a basic figure that came like in a set of multiple figures. And you can see that this really looks like a more collectible figure than that does right off the bat. Now, this is the SHF, and this is the second version of the SHF, which was more of a web shop exclusive, and I had a ton of problems with this figure. A lot. Like, I'm even like missing one of these tail pieces here. Wings broke on this. This wing right here broke. Yeah, and I just felt like when I got it, I just, the finish isn't that much better than what you're getting here. And the only thing this guy has is some like shading in the wings and like at the knees and stuff and some other parts, but it's not enough. And he's so much smaller than this Charizard. It's just like not enough for me to like this one better. Yes, he's got a cooler end of his tail. That's really nice. And of course, this guy comes with some effect parts, but this guy ran me like $100 shipped. So that's a big deal. compared to $20 here, and I think the colors are nicer and like richer here on this new one. Yeah, you don't see some of the articulation points in the SHF, but you do see a lot of, like, you know, various things. And look how, like, messed up the bottom is. So, I don't know. I think, personally, I like this new one a lot better. It does less things, but it's a more sturdy figure, and it just kind of looks nicer, in my opinion. Like, I just like the sharpness of it. You know, I don't blame a lot of folks who like this one better, but me personally, as soon as I took it out of the box, I was a little disappointed. This one I took it out of the box, and I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome for 20 bucks. And keeping it here, because my resident Pokemon expert is here with me now, it's Ultrazilla Jr. What's up? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, what's your opinion on this new Charizard compared to the two older Charizards here, yours and Daddy's?
What's the difference?
No, do you like it better than the other two?
It's shinier and bigger.
Yeah. So how does that make you feel?
I don't really know. It's just cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but which one do you like the best? Let's do that. Which one do you like the best? I used to like the SH figure arts the best.
Yeah, because he can move better.
Yeah, but the new one moves pretty good too. Okay,
yeah.
Fine. I'll give it to you.
That this is fragile.
What's that? Oh, the arms, yeah. But the SHF's kind of fragile too. But the arms are a little bit less. So, all right. Well, we'll leave it at that. SHF for Ultrazilla Jr. Maybe you could have that now because I do really like the new one. And my final thoughts. I really like this figure. It's not perfect, but it's got a lot going for it. Doesn't have any effect parts, but it's got a really nice stand. The finish is alright. It is a little shiny like Ultrazilla Jr. said, but that's not in every spot of it, and I just think it's a good looking figure. It's a good looking Charizard. I like the size. You know, it feels sturdy, maybe not the arms, but it feels sturdy, and I don't know, it just does it for me. I mean, really, like, when you come down to it, sometimes a figure just does it for me. Like I said before, when I took out the SHF out of the box, I was disappointed, and then I had a lot of problems with it, and its finish wasn't so great, despite having, you know, a little more paint. This guy took it out of the box, and I was actually really, really pleasantly surprised right away, and that is great. You know, for 20 bucks, I highly recommend this. I really want to see Jazwares do a lot more characters. I'm really curious to get some of the others in Wave 1. Actually, I'm planning to get all of them in Wave 1, so we'll see how it goes. But it's a good lineup, and, you know, they could be doing a lot more figures here. So if you're interested in getting articulated, really good articulated Pokemon figures, I suggest you just jump on this line now, because this is way more affordable than the SHF, and I feel like it's in a lot of ways better. So there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below, and if you please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out.